Cherie Hanson here. I have been really fascinated by what has been happening in terms of our feedback understanding of reality. It's like a vision that has symbols and languages and structures that we simply can't digest. We see films shot on cameras. We see people being dragged from cars and beaten. We see massive cruelty. We see inspiring bravery. We see dedication to compassion, and it's happening all at once. It's like taking acid and going to IMAX screen. We're sitting there overwhelmed by the strobing of the light, the inclusion of darkness, the long space between the edits. And the way our brains are set up is that we try to label it, we try to get a grip on it, we want to put a handle on it. And it's like trying to put a handle on torrential ocean shore with you've got the rain falling and the storm waves coming in, and there are rocks, and then the rocks are gone. And so we are left in a state which is a really interesting state, and that is the state of not knowing. We're so used to knowing, and our knowing has led us to be in a place where we can be easily controlled, because we have been fed a version of reality. We have been taught that there is a system, there is a way of operating, that the culture is like this, and this is what should happen, the mores, the normal, the sense that we are living inside of a structure. And what has happened is we're seeing that all of that was a lie. It was all our conditioning. We were conditioned to believe that if you just played the board game, threw your dice, counted your moves, landed on the square that chance told you to put your figure of power on, that it would be all right. Even as we went through the Korean War, the Vietnam War, the Afghan War, the war in Iran, the war in Iraq, but we pushed all of the chaos aside. The chaos would only appear occasionally. We walked down the high school hallways in nice, tidy lines. We wore the things we were told to wear, the cashmere sweater that matched the cashmere socks and the pleated skirts, and then the too short skirts that meant if you dropped something on the ground, it was gone forever. And then the falling in of all structures, but done in a group. It was like a play. It was like there was a script behind even the revolution and the chaos. There was always this sense that there was an overriding authority that would somehow keep us safe. And now we're getting to a place where we are seeing the end of a civilization, the end of a paradigm, the end of the mores, the end of the codes of conduct. As we spiral into fear, as we spiral into xenophobia, as we come to a place where we don't believe anything. I was talking to a man today that was giving me all kinds of reinterpretations of reality, talking about assassinations of royal figures and things that really happened or went on. And I think it's kind of like when you first smell that you're burning dinner. The smell is acrid and alarming and very strong. And so your reaction is overly emphatic. Oh my God, the house is burning down. I smell something. And yet, in fact, it has been slowly burning for a long time. You just weren't aware of it. And we're in a place right now where we are becoming aware. We are becoming aware of the select few that have always kept us enslaved in our hatred of anyone who is not exactly like us. Well, what does that leave? You know, if you've got somebody that has their hair cut in a different way, wears different glasses, eats different foods, wears different perfumes, are we supposed to seek them out with a genocidal hatred? Are we in a place that we've been so conditioned to believe that people only deserve to live who are us? They look like us, they sound like us, they smell like us. They deserve to live. Someone the other day was arguing on Facebook, and they were talking about the woman who was murdered by ICE in Minnesota, Good. And they said she didn't deserve to be shot. And every once in a while you hear something that reveals to you how conditioned you are by a very sick culture. Oh, I thought, nobody deserves to be murdered. Not someone who has murdered someone else, or somebody who has pickpocketed something, or someone who has broken into someone's car. There is not a living human being on this earth that deserves to be murdered. And I think that's the root problem of so much of our wasted energy and anger. If we could flip that, if we can get to a place where we think everyone that is alive deserves to be alive. Everyone that is alive deserves to be loved. Everyone who is alive deserves food and housing and a sense of dignity and respect. That would change everything in the way we interact with one another. That would stop the senseless cycling of our fear, our lack of security, our abandonment of ourselves that sends us out into the world to find someone to hate, someone to use up our negative energy on, someone to damn because we feel fragile. And as I sat there thinking about that, I just went, it's so wrong. It's so very wrong. How did we get to a place where we deny one another our humanity? Why do we allow ourselves to be manipulated as weapons against one another by those who profit from our hatred? And I was thinking about that tonight. So many emotions are going on in me right now. I see things that are so beautiful and compassionate and so courageous and so dedicated. And I see things that are horrific and horrifying and nauseating. And I see them like, strobe lights. It's like this image, this image, this image. And this is a time when we are being exposed to so much of what our culture has done to us. So much of what those who were tormented and traumatized and sent to war and mistreated, who are called our ancestors, have done to us. And now we have an opportunity to decide. We have an opportunity to withdraw, to sit silence, to do some deep thinking about how we choose to treat our fellow human beings, how we choose to let ourselves be manipulated, how we refuse to let ourselves to be manipulated. And something that really helps me is I call it the doorstop. I used to make these doorstops with slogans on them and jewels and paintings. We're so quick to label something. We're so quick to shut the door on a new idea. We just go, no, I won't think about that. I won't do research about that. I won't sit meditation and feel how that feels in my body. I will just shut the door. Now is the time for me when I leave the door open for new possibilities, for new realities, for creating a different way of relating to other human beings who are just trying to make a life for themselves on this earth. It's such a transformative time. It's such a time for stopping and assessing and feeling and leaving the door open. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this isn't a good thing that I've been doing. Is there a better way to be alive on the earth that is kinder and more compassionate? So lots of emotions going on here. It's like watching a movie and you can't even figure out what genre it is. It's opera, soap opera, tap dancing, musicals in the Depression era, murder mysteries, horror, various artificial creations. What's artificial? What's real? What kind of movie is this? And the confusion itself is forcing us to think our way through who we are. Thank you so much for subscribing. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. get a hold of me if you want a card reading. I get so much information from a card. Today I was in a bank and the teller was sitting across from me, and I said, "Do you like to dance, don't you?" And he looks up at me and he says, "What?" And I said, You mentioned last time that you feel lonely and isolated here in town because you'd come from South America." And I said, "You're a really good dancer. What if you went out to take dance lessons, and that would be a way to meet people?" And that's how it happens for me. It's a download, and it's always right. How did I know this about that man? Because my channel told me. I can do a reading for you. I can do some life coaching for you. Not because I know what's going on, but because I know what this chaos is trying to bring us to think about. And it's New Earth. I want to thank you so much for stopping and looking at my video today. I appreciate you.